November 15th, 2008. At 5:30 a.m., police in Plant City, Florida, receive a 911 call from a terrified woman.
I'm in the closet. Where are you? I don't know.
She indicated that she was in the trunk of her car, that she had been taken against her will, and she was seeking help.
They tried to find out any information that would give them a lead on her whereabouts, but they couldn't. There was a lot of noise, there was a lot of music. You could barely hear the voices.
They got all the music loud, so I can't talk.
At this point, the dispatcher doesn't know who she is or where she is. The woman is screaming. This is potentially a life and death situation.
But before dispatchers can get the woman's name, the line suddenly goes dead.
She was worried that whoever had taken her was going to find out what she was doing and do her harm. So she discontinued the call after about 1 minute and 23 seconds. They were trying to decide whether they should call her back, because the one side is that if you call her back, you might get more information to be able to help her. The other side is they might hear her, whoever had her, and they might do harm to her. So on balance, they said you shouldn't call her back.
Instead, operators attempt to trace the call.
The 911 call pinged off the tower that was located at the Onassasaus Road and Interstate 4, and that's why it was received by the Plant City operators. You wouldn't be able to tell a law enforcement officer what to look for. And the likelihood was that if they were driving through Plant City, they wouldn't be hanging around a cell phone tower.
Police can only hope the woman calls back. But as several hours pass, they begin to fear the worst. 20 miles away in Tampa, Florida, the family of 31-year-old Jennifer Johnson is having similar thoughts. They've all gathered for her daughter's birthday party. But Jennifer is nowhere to be found. The last time any of them saw her was over 18 hours ago.
There is absolutely no way Jennifer would miss her 2-year-old daughter's birthday party. She's been planning for it, she's been saving for it, she's coordinating everything with all the aunts.
Everybody calling, Jennifer's not picking up this phone. Jennifer's not picking up this phone. And we were sitting there and I was like, this not right. Y'all know this is not Jennifer. That was her only daughter. And she would do anything for her baby.
Jennifer Johnson was born on May 12, 1977, in Santa Ana, California. The oldest of 3 sisters raised in a large, tight-knit family.
Jennifer was headstrong, independent, didn't ask nobody for nothing. She was raised by her mother, but she was also raised by my mother.
Jennifer was only 7 when the family relocated, so she did most of her growing up in Marianna, Florida.
From a little girl, she always loved to braid. I mean, that was a gift that God gave her. She knew I love hairdos, and she would make deals with me. Auntie, if you do this for me, I'll do your hair. So she did everybody's hair. Everybody go to Jennifer.
Hairdressing turned out to be more than just a childhood hobby. After high school, Jennifer took a job in Tampa so she could save enough money to open her own salon.
Jennifer Johnson was a very, very eager, outgoing, outspoken, independent, hard-working young woman who had a very bright future. She worked at a medical device company, and she sold over $250,000 a year at that company, making her one of the best employees there. Everyone who worked with her or worked around her recognized her enthusiasm and her drive.
But Jennifer wanted more than just a career. She also wanted a family of her own. In 2001, that led her into the arms of a single father named Vincent Brown.
Jennifer met Vince in a bar, and from there I took off. We started seeing less and less of her. We wondering what is going on.
Jennifer's family struggled to understand the appeal. Vincent was 9 years older and an ex-con who recently served 18 months in prison. But he seemed to go out of his way to prove them wrong.
Their relationship was like a whirlwind. He took care of her. He didn't want her to want for anything. It was almost like a dream come true.
It seemed even more like a fairy tale when Jennifer found out she was pregnant.
This was a big deal for our family because she was the last to have a baby. And we always, all right, Jennifer, it's your time. You're gonna have a baby. And she had a miscarriage. So she went to the doctor and they say she'll never be able to have children.
It was a major blow, which caused Jennifer to take a closer look at her relationship with Vincent. And soon, cracks began to appear.
She had to come to the realization that he had 9 other baby mamas, and his attention wasn't always just on Jennifer.
You will go into the relationship, everything is great, everything's fine, and then they may just slam the door the first time, and then they walk out, and now you have an argument, and they come back, baby, I'm sorry. Then they come back, and it's like every time it becomes this cycle more and more.
The two broke up and got back together several times. Then in 2006, everything changed.
They had been together about 5 or 6 years, and then she got pregnant. Everybody was happy, and she was the miracle baby.
After 2 years, it seemed like Jennifer and Vincent might work things out. The night before their daughter's birthday, they even met up at a club.
So she can't wait to hurry up and get dressed. She spent around and asked everybody how she looked. We started saying, where you going? You cooking, where you going?
Jennifer told her family she was meeting Vincent at a nightclub, but she never returned.
So now it's day. She done cooked all this food. All this food is on the counter. We all walking around. I done grabbed me a drink now because something ain't right. My nerves done got bad. We thinking she gonna walk through the door, and she never did.
Now, the family is convinced something has happened. And the one person who might know where Jennifer is seems to be missing as well.
Neither Jennifer or Vincent are at the birthday party.
We started calling, and it got to the voicemail. That person was saying, this person at this number is not available.
But by nightfall, Vincent has recorded a new message.
Then it changed to, I did what I had to do. It's done. I think it was my niece, and they was like, y'all hear what he's saying? Y'all hear what he's saying? And then when they said, I said, cause he done killed her.
"31-year-old Jennifer Johnson has disappeared after a night out with the father of her child, Vincent Brown. And after her family hears his disturbing voicemail message, they immediately call police. According to them, there have been red flags from the beginning of the relationship.
Vincent Brown had 9 baby mamas, and it was always, you got to compete against all these baby mamas. I said, girl, leave that. I feel she knew she deserved better, but she got caught up. She fell in love. She wanted us to like him. You know, but then the bad things that he started doing, then that made me, like, push away from him.
The family's biggest concern was Vincent's alleged drinking and the violence that sometimes came with it.
He could be sometime the good person, and then he'll turn into an evil person and do evil things. And then I started hearing the rumors of his other baby mama, how he used to beat her. I asked Jennifer about it, and she was like, Auntie, I got it. She stopped telling us anything. So we on the outside trying to look in.
Victims of intimate partner violence often overlook the red flags. I mean, they're blinded by love. This person who abuses them doesn't start off by just abusing them. It happens slowly. They first start off by charming them, by making them feel like they're beautiful, that they're loved, like they're the only one. And then slowly, those actions get more harmful.
Strange things just started happening to her. A fire started behind the door, set her whole house on fire. She didn't catch it in time. Then there was another incident. Jennifer always wore a lot of jewelry, and I don't know how they got into her house. All I know, they broke into her house and they robbed her.
Some of Jennifer's family believe Vincent was the one responsible.
So they the only two in the house. She's not gonna set fire to her house. Everybody kept saying Vincent's setting this up because it's too much stuff back to back.
Jennifer did try to leave Vincent on several occasions, but each time he did whatever it took to change her mind.
He gave her this miracle baby that meant the world to her. That does make it hard for anybody to walk away. Why would I break up my family when the one thing I wanted was a family?
By 2008, Jennifer's loved ones were worried how far Vincent might go.
She was very independent. She had her own car, her own house, and I believe he got mad about that. He started envying her. His love started turning into hate because he seen what type of woman she was. She didn't need him.
That family had to watch this very gregarious woman go from being outgoing and independent to being isolated and very private. That was very awkward for that family to experience because they even had to go through 3 years of multiple police reports and arrests of Vincent abusing Jennifer.
Now they believe Vincent followed through on his threats.
Jennifer is not gonna miss her baby birthday party. She's the hostess out. I mean, we're gonna give a party and she's not here? Come on now, y'all know that girl love her baby too much for that.
Plant City police aren't as certain. Since it's been less than 24 hours, they advise waiting to file a report. So, Jennifer's family decide to take matters into their own hands.
We just jumped in our cars. We went looking everywhere we thought she would be. We was in the river, we was in the tunnels, we was in the lake, we was under the rug. The police were saying this family is real forceful, and they had to back us up, telling us to let them do their job. So now here's the kicker. We goes to his mama's house, and when we get there, we looking down on the ground, and you can see where it been like a scuffle. You know, if you dance around in it, your footprints, everything. So the dirt had been disturbed.
The family immediately calls police again. And this time, they sent someone.
And when the police came, he went to walking around. He picked up a bracelet. He picked up earrings, ring, ankle bracelets. And he put it all on top of his notepad. And we say, this is Jennifer's jewelry.
Vincent's mother admits she saw Jennifer the night before, arguing with her son in the driveway. But when the family asks to search the house, she threatens to charge them all with trespassing.
Once they told us that we was trespassing, we left, but we did come back. We couldn't come to the fence, but we circled the block.
Along the side of the house, hidden from view, they claimed to spot something strange. A vehicle, completely covered by a tarp.
That was her car, and we didn't know.
Florida police might not have enough evidence to prove Vincent Brown abducted Jennifer Johnson, but her family has little doubt, especially when they notice a vehicle stashed behind his mother's house.
It covered all the way down. You didn't see nothing because they have junk. Our mind not thinking, okay, she's over here. We just trying to find her. Is she in this house?
Without a search warrant, all they can do is wait. After several hours, the family goes home to rest. But when they return bright and early the next morning, something is missing.
When we go back, one of my nieces say, man, we should have checked that tarp, but it's gone. The tarp on the ground now, but the vehicle is gone.
The number one suspect was Vincent. We saw that they got in an argument, and he was the last person seen with her.
On Sunday, November 17th, 2 days after Jennifer's disappearance, Vincent surprises everyone by turning himself in on an unrelated crime.
He know we was looking for him, because he was going to be missing too. But his family made him turn himself in on a drug charge. So when they find her, they can't say he did it because he was in jail. No, baby, we were smarter than that.
Vincent refuses to say anything about Jennifer. But later that day, her car is found abandoned in a nearby neighborhood. When a forensics team searches it for evidence, they find one of Jennifer's earrings in the trunk. The family redoubles their efforts to find her, holding out hope that she might still be alive.
We have been looking all that Monday. It was like turning dark. We got a call and it was somebody say they found her.
The call comes from 30 miles away in Lakeland, Florida, from homicide detective Jeff Birdwell.
Around 6 o'clock, 10 till 6, I got a phone call that a female had been found in an abandoned house. The time between me getting the call and the time that our group actually entered the house had been about 4 hours. So it's dark. Immediately I start looking for any obvious signs as to what may have happened. It looked like there were tire impressions in the side yard. The gate, the wooden privacy gate, was left open. I noticed that what looked to me like possible drag marks in the grass. As we go into the door, there was a mattress propped up. There was some furniture along the wall. It's somewhat of a disarray.
And lying on one of the mattresses is the body of a dead woman.
She appeared to have a plastic bag over her head. She had her blouse pushed up, exposing a black bra, and she was nude from the bra down. When you see something like that, it forms an opinion that it's not just suspicious circumstances, but it's also going to be a homicide. It was apparent, based on experience, that she likely died of asphyxiation. There was some markings around her neck that looked like finger or fingernail marks, which would have been associated with the plastic bag being put on. If she was conscious and struggling, she might have clawed at her own neck.
It doesn't take long to make an identification.
Our PIO was on scene, and speaking with the media, his name was Jack Gillen. Jack walked over to me and said, "Jeff, they're wanting to know if it's possible that this could be the missing lady in Tampa." I contacted the Tampa Police Department and spoke to Detective Houston, who was the lead of the missing persons report. I asked him to get me a description and to find out any tattoos that the family knew of.
They discovered, because of the tattoo Jennifer had on her arm of her daughter, that it was actually Jennifer Johnson who was dead in the house.
As soon as Jennifer's family gets the news, they immediately drive to Lakeland.
We all loaded up and we got there. Everybody's crying. They didn't let us actually see her when they brought her out. because they had her covered. And we was all there. When the coroner came and got her body, it was that morning, and I went outside and I looked up to the sky, and tears was running down my face, and I just asked God, why? Why?
Based on the tire tracks and drag marks, detectives are fairly certain Jennifer was killed somewhere else. They hope an autopsy will reveal further clues.
To a layperson, an autopsy may be unsightly or unnerving, but the human body, once it's deceased, continues to communicate. It continues to tell you what happened to it.
However, before the medical examiner even gets started, he finds a crucial piece of evidence.
All her remaining clothing is removed, which revealed the cell phone that was hidden in her bra.
For investigators, the autopsy of 31-year-old Jennifer Johnson is a crucial step toward catching her killer. But for her family, it's heartbreaking.
She had dry tears coming down her eyes. And I just took the sheets and I just took them off of her because I wanted to see, what did you do to my niece? Why did you do this to her? She did not deserve this. I noticed he had broke her wrist. He had broke her speech box. That's why nobody heard no scream. She was tortured. And like the coroner said, she was seeing everything that was did to her. She died slow.
The plastic bag used to suffocate Jennifer is from the store where she purchased supplies for her daughter's birthday.
You put the bag over her face, then you put another garbage bag over her face, and pulled until you broke her neck.
Worse still, there's evidence the killer sexually assaulted Jennifer after she was dead.
That's why I know he was an evil person, because how dare you have sex with someone's dead that's not responding back to you? How can you do that? It hurts. It hurts this day. It hurts when I talk about it. It hurts because it sent me in a dark place.
When investigators search Jennifer's phone, they discover she tried to call 911 twice in the hours leading up to her death.
The first time, it wasn't successful. The second time, it went into the emergency department at the Plant City Police Department, and she told them that she was in the trunk of a car.
Jennifer's voice is hard to make out over the loud music, but one section of the call is clear, and it raises more questions than it answers.
I'm in the trunk. Where are you? I don't know. They got all the music loud so I can't talk.
Until now, the evidence seems to point to only one killer, Vincent Brown. But Jennifer said they. Did he have help? Or is it possible he might be innocent?
In all law enforcement, but never more than from an investigator's standpoint, you approach everything like a parachute. It works better when it's open. So we're open-minded. We don't try to formulate the cause and the effect before we know the external circumstances.
The only things investigators know for sure is that Jennifer went to a Tampa club that night and called 911 from the trunk of her car hours later.
That was the last of any communication from her. So an assumption would be that the final attack on her probably occurred at that time. From there, she was taken down I-4, back eastbound towards Lakeland. It's unknown to us through our investigation if the suspect in this case, her estranged boyfriend, Mr. Brown, if he knew people in that general area.
However, there's no evidence Jennifer had ever been there with Vincent. So detectives go back to the nightclub in Tampa instead to retrace their steps. Employees remember seeing Jennifer late Friday night, having fun with friends.
They were saying she was spinning around. She had the biggest smile.
But when Vincent arrived, Jennifer actually didn't seem happy to see him. Witnesses say they got into an argument over their daughter's birthday party.
I think he promised her, I'm gonna give her $100 for the baby, but she told him, I don't need your $100, and I don't want you there. And he said, don't F around.
It quickly became clear Jennifer didn't go there to reconcile with Vincent, but to break up with him. This time, for good.
She had his stuff in the car to drop off because I feel she had done had enough. I feel that he knew it.
The timeline suggests they went back to Vincent's mother's house. But what happened next is still a mystery.
We know that Jennifer left the club arguing with Vincent, but this is when the water gets really murky because later after meeting at his mother's house, she leaves and finds herself locked in the trunk of a car and being kidnapped.
Violent ex-boyfriend, a terrifying abduction, and a mysterious accomplice. For Florida police, it all adds up to a murder plot. But they still don't have enough evidence to connect Vincent Brown to the death of Jennifer Johnson. At this point, investigators have stopped looking into a second suspect and are focusing solely on Vincent. And they soon receive unexpected help from one of Vincent's friends, nicknamed Dog.
They've been friends ever since they were little kids. And he said he loved Jennifer. She didn't deserve that.
Dog tells investigators Vincent showed up at his house the morning Jennifer had been killed. And one thing immediately stood out as strange. He was driving Jennifer's car.
He knew something was wrong because you driving Jennifer's car. Jennifer's not going to give you her car. And Vincent, he don't smoke Newports. Jennifer smoked Newports. He got Newports in his hand. Dog's wife asked, where's Jennifer? And he said, thumbs down. That bitch up under the bridge dead. That's what he said.
Dog says he and his wife didn't know if Vincent was joking or not. But he needed a place to stay that night, and they let him. The next morning, they found out it was true.
His wife heard it all on the news, and she got up and she told her husband, get him out of our house.
A few weeks later, Vincent's current cellmate also calls investigators to inform them Vincent has been bragging about the murder. According to him, Vincent said he did it because he couldn't stand losing Jennifer to another man.
When Jennifer was ready to move on, that's exactly what she did. She started to date. Look, she's a beautiful woman and doing very well at her job. But guess what? Vincent wasn't having that.
Vincent stated, if I can't have her, no one can have her.
He knew how good she was. Even though Jennifer had all of it before him, because she shared it with him and walked away, the time that they built together, he thought that he owned it.
His ego didn't allow proper decision-making as an adult.
Between the two witness statements, detectives think they can paint a clear picture of what happened that night.
On November 15, 2008, Jennifer Johnson was at a bar in Tampa. She had a boyfriend that was very, very jealous, and he came to the bar, found her.
After arguing and leaving the nightclub, Vincent did convince Jennifer to go to his parents' house to talk. The talking at the parents' house then led to a very heated argument. Now, this is 3 o'clock in the morning. This argument was so ugly that Jennifer decided to leave. But she wasn't able to get far because he followed her and they started to scuffle in the driveway.
He put her into the trunk of her own car and drove away. He went through the city of Plant City, where she attempted to make a 911 call. He then drove her to an abandoned house in Lakeland, Florida. Put 2 bags over her head and killed her.
Investigators now believe they have enough to press charges against Vincent. In January 2009, he's indicted on counts of kidnapping and first-degree murder.
Everybody took him for granted. Nobody thought he had that in him. And he's an evil person. He don't never ever need to get on this side of the earth again because he's gonna do it to someone else.
After a 2-month investigation, Plant City police have linked Vincent Brown to the murder of his ex-girlfriend, Jennifer Johnson. In 2010, as prosecutors continue to ready their case for trial, the family decides to take action.
The city of Plant City got sued by Miss Johnson's family, and they alleged that the city failed to protect Miss Johnson by what the 911 operators did and what they didn't do. Part of our investigation was to listen to that audio tape over and over and over. We went and talked to the 911 operator, who was a very young woman who had a very good record. And basically she told us that she couldn't understand Ms. Johnson because it was so loud. The 911 operator was devastated by this. She thought about that for a long, long time. Obviously, it turned out very poorly. But the question is, was there anything that Plant City did that could have changed the outcome? And ultimately, our investigation indicated probably not.
The following year, in October 2011, Vincent's murder trial finally begins.
I just cannot imagine a more tragic case, a more terrifying case. Think about the fact that Ms. Johnson was thrown into the trunk of her own car and that she was driven from Tampa to Plant City to Lakeland. And that's not a short drive. That's 40 minutes of terror. And the only shot she had was that she would be able to call and get help, and that just didn't work. To be taken to an abandoned house and murdered, asphyxiated by the man who's the father of your child. Utterly horrific.
It was like his family on one side, our family on one side, and we very angry. So the court had to sometime cut court because we was at each other in the courtroom until the judge put the law down. Y'all, somebody gonna go to jail, da-da-da, this contempt of court. So we had to sit there and act like people, you know what I'm saying?
Because the case is built mostly on circumstantial evidence, prosecutors focus on Vincent's state of mind and his history of domestic violence.
Normally, an abuser does not abuse their victim because their victim did something. An abuser normally victimizes their victim because the victim triggered something in them that is unhealed. Jennifer being this amazing leader in the cosmetology realm, being able to look at somebody and build them up, being able to bring her family together and be the glue for her family, you are now a direct mirror of what I hate about myself. So what I am punching is not you, I'm punching me.
Jennifer was a loving parent who really wanted Vincent to be a part of her and her child's life. And as a result of that, she sacrificed her emotional well-being, her physical well-being, and her life.
But the defense is quick to point out that Jennifer's 911 call never identifies Vincent as her abductor. According to them, his only crime is the drug charge, which already sent him to jail. Vincent even takes the stand to tell the jury his side of the story.
I really wasn't trying to hear what he had to say because he had done broke our heart. My anger is how can I get through these doors to get to him? Only thing I remember that he smiled. He smiled at us. Like he said on his voicemail, it's done. He did what he had to do. He had to do what he had to do. And he did it.
In the end, the jury sides with the prosecution.
On November the 16th, 2011, Vincent Brown was convicted on all charges. Despite the possibility of a death sentence, the jury spared him, but they did give him life.
I wanted the electric chair. But then when I thought about it, these 2 life terms, we ain't got to worry about him ever getting out, and now he can think long and hard. He's a monster, and he need to be just where he at.
They said it's not the snake that kills the person, it's the venom. So when someone doesn't talk about how certain things have impacted them or how they feel, it begins to bubble up, and then you create different stories and plans of revenge.
This was a very tragic story. It's an intersection between domestic violence and a love affair. Domestic violence, 80% of the time, leads to death. And that's exactly what happened with Vincent Brown and Jennifer Johnson.
We should have did more when we seen these things happening. We should have been more what is going on, Jennifer. You know, we should have started going around more. But we didn't. We ain't thinking this fool gonna do that, but he did it. Just what he said. I still shed tears because I miss her. I miss her smile. I miss her. He took something that was precious to us, you know, and she didn't deserve that. If you didn't want her no more, all you had to do was just walk away. Don't kill her. Only thing we got is a thick piece of concrete that we have to go talk to. And that hurts. Will I ever heal from it? I don't know.